YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs. What's good, everybody? What is good? I know it's a long one tonight, guys, but we're gonna go ahead and get through this together, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs production. It is your boy. I'm riding along with a new guest. I'm sorry, a new guest, a returning guest who's taking the spot of King tonight. With the Mike Myers on. I got my boy TGK rocking with me, man, and of course I'm your boy Real. I've got to introduce myself first.
Yeah,
What's up?
I had to put the mask on since the Mavericks put their mask on tonight too.
Oh God, man. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that tonight, man. But like I said, it is your boy Real. I'm joined by TGK. He's taking King's spot tonight. He couldn't make it tonight. I really don't blame him because it was a. I don't even want to be here. That's how bad it was. But listen, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us, guys, and also hit that notification bell so that way whenever we get ready to drop a post game show or any type of video, you guys will be the first to know. And also, if you're enjoying yourself here, guys, go ahead and do us an even bigger favor and go ahead and hit that like button, guys. The likes will help build up the algorithm for us to reach more Mad fans like yourself so they can join the Glow Yard Gang. Well, TGK, man, it was one of those games tonight, man. I was talking to my bro law today, man. He was hitting me up trying to check on me and stuff, and I was so mad. I just didn't like you ever been so mad that you're just kind of like just like nonchalant, like you're not
Look,
like steaming mad, but you just like so mad. You're like I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to just beat myself. That's how mad I was.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm trying to like not be upset about it. I try to more like laugh about it, so I'm not upset about it. The good thing about it, Call of Duty just came out. You know, it's Halloween, so I'm just trying to think of other things that doesn't upset
Right.
me about what happened tonight.
Oh man, yeah, I'm with you, bro. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. I'm gonna go ahead and read the score off for the people at home here. So the score was 117 OKC to 111 Dallas. Dallas is now 2-3 on the season, y'all. It is, oh my god, that's we just can't get over that hump. Can't get over that hump.
Crazy.
Here are the leading. I'm sorry. Here are the top performers for. Shea Gildress had 38, 6 and 9, 2 and 1. Luca had 31, 16 and 10. He had his 48 triple double with a steal. So, but those numbers are pretty misleading. We'll get into that too, man. Um, these were the stats of the game right here, TGK. Uh, OKC shot 49% from the field, 5 for 25 for 20% from three, 24 of 31 for free throws. Dallas was 40% from the field, 20%, 8 of 14 from three, 27 of 34 for 79% from the free throw line. Uh, man, like I don't even know where to begin on what to talk about with this game, man.
I know where.
You
I
go
know where
ahead,
to
man. Tell
begin.
me what's on your mind with this game, man.
All
What's
right.
on?
So besides Jason Kidd, the beginning of this game, they just came out with like a weird kind of energy. Like it was like let's get into this game, like they did with who was the other opponent, where they just kind of took the foot off the gas against the Suns, right? And I just early on, there's a lot of fouls that were being called, a lot of stupid fouls that really didn't make sense as to why they were being called. But again, it was to their fault. They were playing a little sloppy. But then Jason Kidd made a great substitution. He subbed in Josh Green a little earlier, right? And Josh Green was able to. I know he's not stuffing the stat sheet, but he was able to kind of bring us back into the game a little bit just because of his energy that he was bringing. And then the biggest elephant in the room was the way Luca played today. What was it? He shot 8 of 23 today. And yeah, he went to the line a lot. A lot. The reason his stats look good was because of a good free throw shooting. Even that he had 15 for 19, which was all right. But over 6 from the 3 point line was horrible, and his plus minus was negative 25. Luca being a negative 25 in the game is glaring, and he admitted it after the game. He said it was a shooting that cost him the game. But I think that the to end off my little point here, Jason Kidd had the right group of guys before he subbed Luca back in the fourth quarter. I think it was at the 6 minute mark. Before he subbed Luca back in, Dinwiddie, and everybody else, they Hardaway, they were all just having their way with the Thunder, and then you sub Luca back in. I think this is the difference between kids sometimes is say Monty, right, and Phoenix. He kept Chris Paul on the bench and let that team finish out the game. I think tonight he
Yeah.
should have been like, y'all go ahead and finish this game because y'all on the road. You brought Luca back in, and then they were able to come back. And it's unfortunate to say, but it's the honest truth.
Listen, I hate to admit what you just said is true because nobody wants to hear their superstar being the fault of them coming back. Because you're right. What were they about like 15 or something like that when Luca was on the bench when it was Seawood,
They were just
Timmy,
going. They were cooking.
um, I think Maxi was on. It was Maxi, Seawood, Tim Hardaway, I think it was
I think
Reggie.
Green was out there. Josh Green was out there for
Oh yeah,
sure.
yeah, Josh Green. You're right. It was Josh Green, and then it was what's the boy name? Spencer Dinwiddie. Were the guys that
There,
was out there in that run you
there,
were just naming off.
there was only a few people with a plus on the plus minus on our team, and there was one that had a glaringly huge plus advantage, and that was Josh Green with a plus 24. Nobody else came close
Yeah,
to plus 10. Like,
yeah,
and again, I'm not saying that he is just an all world beater. It's just he really helps with the energy, and it probably forces other players to play like that. But I mean, he was having plays where he was getting steals and taking it full court. So I don't know. I know it's early. I know Jason Kidd's trying to figure this out, but at some point you got to just go off the vibes, go off of what the team is doing well at, and just let him be. Like Luca could have had an off night on the fourth quarter. He could have just stayed on the bench the whole fourth quarter, and they could have won tonight if he
yeah.
just
Really
kept
could have.
his team out there.
Yeah. No, you're right. I kind of thought that the route they were gonna go
I
when they
thought
were
so
up by like I
too.
said like 15 or whatever, and he was still on the bench. It was like you said, it was like 6 minutes left or 5:45 or whatever it was. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna probably keep him on the bench because they're rolling. They're
Right,
fine.
right.
You had Spencer out there, you had C Wood out there, you had Tim out there, the three other scorers who were able to apply pressure on their defense to keep them at bay. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Mm-hmm.
no, you're right, man. About the whole Josh Green thing, I think we touched on this on the last video. I think Josh Green's at the point now he needs to play about 20 minutes a game.
How much you get tonight? He got
He had 15
15.
tonight. It went up a hair because I think he's been getting about 13. He
Yeah,
played 15 today. I think he's at that point now, man. Like you just said, it's an impact. He had 20. He was plus 24. So it's
plus
to the point
24.
now. He's at that impact now. He's at that stage now to where it's like, look, give him at least 20 minutes. Give him 20 and then cut down like Dodo and Reggie's minutes. Let those
Man,
three guys be your rotating wing defenders. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you
he
had
had
with
four
Luca and
steals
Spence.
today. Four
Yeah, that's
steals.
what I'm saying. He's getting his confidence is picking up every game, bro. So like I said, to
Mm-hmm.
the point to at least give him 20 minutes, at least 20
Right.
minutes. Um,
At least.
yeah, at least. Man, look, Luca shot 34%, bro, about 35% today. So that 50% he's shooting right now for the season is about to dip. Um,
Yeah, he
uh,
had a triple double, right? He
yeah,
he was dishing it out, but there was a lot of shots that the team missed too. Not to just go, make it seem like it's a Luca thing. Players were missing a lot of wide open shots that he was finding them on. Because Thunder, they were like, we're gonna double you and let your teammates beat us, and they really didn't capitalize on that. But again, it's because the Thunder, they were just taking it to the hole, like every single possession. They were attacking, attacking, attacking. And I think I forgot what the first quarter stats were, but I think they had like 20 plus points in the first quarter, and we had
yeah,
like
27
less
to
than
25.
in the first quarter. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And I don't even know
listen,
what it ended like, but I can only imagine.
the thing too, what you just said about what they were doing was applying pressure on Luca and try to let everybody else beat him. It's the same thing that any kind of touched on in the last show. It's the fact that Dallas is getting exposed right now because those guys that you're expecting to beat the other team are just guys that can just shoot. They're not known for putting the ball on the floor and going to get their own bucket. So
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to just depend on those guys. As a Maverick, it's kind of hard to depend on those guys because they're only pretty much one dimension when it comes to the offensive side. And
Hmm.
so we see this team in the way that they operate. It's like it's either Luca or nothing. But The thing too I wanted to touch on because I was sitting there watching the game today, and it's not just to harp on the whole Christian Wood thing because I think I'm getting tired of harping on that, and I'm to the point now I think Christian Wood's gone. Like I mean I know it's still early, things could change, but for right now, the way my mind is set right now, I think Christian Wood is gone. It's like
Mm,
why pick this dude up to treat him like this?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Why invest a first round pick, which I've talked about before, is currency in the NBA. I don't care where it's at on the board. First round picks are currency. Why would you risk a first round pick and then you don't use this guy? You don't utilize him. And it's like
Hmm.
you can tell like and it's like hard when you're not getting touches like that. And you can't pick up a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it is he's still efficient while not getting those touches. So that's just a lot about him and his game. But I saw a lot of times where, like I said, I'm not trying to beat up on Luca. There was a lot of times where like they weren't trying to look for Christian Wood with some of those mismatches that they had out there today.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna wait till you brought it up the touch on it. But go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead, bro. Cause you gonna probably say what I was gonna get ready to say. Go ahead.
All right, so there was plenty of moments in the game, plenty of opportunities where I felt like it was KP out there again. But
Yeah, yep,
there was this instance where it's like the Mavs. I forgot when it was, but they needed a bucket, and I think Wood wanted to take the ball up the court, and Dinwiddie didn't give it to him, and you see him like wave his
yeah,
arms off like out of frustration. Um, and he only had what 11 points today, 11
yeah.
points, 7 rebounds, 1 block. He obviously didn't play great. He only had 10 shots.
10 shots. Yeah, still shot 50%.
Still shot 50%. That's crazy. But the thing is, I noticed in the Brooklyn Nets game, we didn't really utilize him. Didn't even put him in the overtime, which I'm not mad at it, but I'm also like, again, this is the guy you want to build with Luca, right? Or build with the
Yep.
team. Put him out there. Like if you're gonna take these L's, at least let it be learning lessons for him and also for the coaching staff to learn what you got in him. Because doing all this, we're gonna baby the situation and let him earn our trust and this and that. All right, let him earn it. Don't punish him for just trying to be a player that he is. I don't like the scenario. I thought we got rid of Rick Carlisle for this kind of stuff, but it seems
Right.
like we're right
Exactly.
back at square one, man.
No, I 100% million percent agree, man. Like I said, I've said this before. Like people gave street clothes the benefit, but they don't do that for him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Which I did understand that. Like we're at home begging y'all stop giving that dude the ball in certain parts of the court and all that type of stuff. But this dude is showing that he can score on all three different levels. He's very efficient, and he's trying to do it the way that everybody wants him to do. Wants him to play the team role and all that stuff. And then, like I said, you treat him like that. Then what was the point of picking him up?
Right.
I don't understand that. You pick a talent like that up to treat him like he's a stepchild.
Hmm.
Like I swear to you, TGK, I don't understand why they're doing this. And I'm telling you, it's looking like the whole Jalen Brunson thing all over again. You disrespecting this guy, bro. He's about to leave.
Right.
Players like that do not grow on trees every night, man, every day. So I understand why. I don't get it. I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, and I'm trying to see like, what is it that he's doing to the point that you're like, oh, I gotta see it first. You
Right.
know what I mean? And like,
And like
shout out
he's
to
he's
Bibbs, man. Like he had posted a comment that Kid said about when he said, "Oh, I put him out there and it didn't go well," but you didn't have him in the game either, and it still didn't go well. You
right.
took him out and he lost the lead.
Hmm.
You lost it, went to overtime, and you lost the game. So what difference? I mean, I'm saying like you can make that excuse for both sides.
Right.
The
Like
real,
I
actually, like you said, he actually was playing wet when he was in the game when he actually had that double digit lead.
yeah, and I get trying to sub in Kleba for a defensive, a defensive anchor or defensive help because he does play better defense than Wood defensively. Because I saw plenty of opportunities where Wood just didn't have the right angle because basketball's all geometry, right? It's all
Yeah,
angles, and he
about
just had
angles. Yep.
poor angles sometimes on taking on a driver that's coming through the hole because they ended up scoring 70 points. So part of that is fault on the defense on having some kind of rim protection. There was none tonight, and I get it. You wanna have them out there, but y'all were playing pretty good defense up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had them at like 80 points, and then they just went off and was able to tie it. But I think in that overtime, you needed to put Wood out there. I would much rather have Tim Hardaway out there as well because he was playing pretty well today from what I was seeing. Even though he didn't shoot it like that, but he was a +3. So again, I didn't even see these stats right. Like I'm looking at them right now, but I immediately thought Hardaway would have been better in that overtime, and would have been way better in that overtime as well. But I don't know. I don't know where you go from here. Like I think you should have started Wood over Powell just so you could see what it looks like. You had a great opportunity tonight just to see what that looked like. And yeah, he almost got his 30 minutes, which is a lot better than what we got in against the Suns. But we're just making the wrong cerebral decisions, like Jason Kidd is. I think he's cerebral. I think he over strategizes sometimes, and I think he overthought this. I think he's overthinking it too. And
Yeah.
I just think that's the problem. He's just not going off of what he's seeing. He's going off of his mastermind ways of looking at things.
No, I 100% agree. Let me ask you a question, man. Because to me, I feel like a lot of it. I know a lot of people are having issues with the offense, which is crazy to me. People are having issues with the offense, but they're still number one in
We're number
offensive
one.
rating.
We're number one.
Which
Ain't that some?
just imagine they can get things down, just what their offense would look like. That's the crazy part.
Right.
Let's talk about the defense, man.
I don't even know where we're ranked on that, but it felt like we was last.
Bro, I
70 points in the paint. I can't even get 70 points in 2K playing against my friends. So I don't know how we gave up 70.
I don't know, man.
70 points in the paint, man. That's
The
wild.
thing too, I think I said this. Well, I did. I said this on the last show. A lot of it has to do too with the fact that Dallas snuck up on a lot of teams last year. We made
I'm
it to the
glad you
Western
mentioned
Conference
that.
Finals.
Yep.
Nobody picked us to make it. Nobody really, thought we was gonna go that far. So it's like we kind of surprised a lot of people. But now going into this season, everybody knows what you do now. Everybody knows what to expect from you now. You know what I'm saying? And so when you just said the part where what they were doing was kind of collapsing on Luca, pressuring Luca to get the ball out of his hands to get it to guys who all they can do is just shoot. Teams know that now to the point like you saw New Orleans do it, and then you saw OKC tonight do it. You know what I'm saying? Two teams that you should have beat. So now you got all these teams that's picking up on your weaknesses, man, and they're honing on that and they're trying to magnify that. You know what I'm saying? And so I talked about this before. A lot of this has to do with the fact that they need more players. The way that New Orleans is built, where I'm
Right.
not like I said, not saying you got to have 25 Lucas on the court, but you need people who are competent enough to go get their own bucket, to go get
Right.
their own bucket. If a play breaks down, like New Orleans today, I mean, sorry, not New Orleans, Oklahoma City today, you had guys, that Joe guy came out of nowhere, can go out there and get his own buckets. You know what I'm saying? And
Couldn't
so
miss. Couldn't
yeah, couldn't
miss.
miss. You know what I mean? Like you need guys like that, bro. Not you. You don't want too many. Oh, all I can do is shoot off of what Luca can give me. Because now, like I said, teams are now playing defense to where it's like I know Luca's gonna have the ball. I know Luca's gonna create the offense. Let me create pressure on him, and then the other guys gonna have to do something now. So to the
Yo.
point, like when they put the ball on the floor and drive to the basket, you cringing. You're like, damn, that's not your game. Stay on that perimeter, and that's all they can really do is just shoot. They can't do anything else with their offensive game, which is why I
Yeah.
think a lot of people also too want to see more of Josh Green because Josh Green can do a little bit more. He can do a little bit of what I'm talking about right now, as far as if we can get enough of those kind of players out there to where they can do enough to go get their own. Where I don't have to constantly rely on Luca on every single play. That'll
Hmm.
make the offense unpredictable, man, and it'll make it a whole lot harder to defend. But
Yeah,
they, they, they love
what
they love
what
playing
else
guys
is
like Dodo and them like 40 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like what else can Bullock give you other than full court pressure defense and taking 5 shots? Like I think you got more out of I think you got more out of Josh Green in 15 minutes than you did out of Reggie Bullock in 38.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I love Bullock. Like I love a lot of these players on our team. Obviously, we begin to create this connection to them and all this stuff. But I mean, I don't know. For me, I would prefer to have Josh Green out there and say Luca has to pass it out to him. I think he can make an extra play or go to the rim
yes,
like he did today, get fouled and make a
yes.
layup. Bullock is not. Bullock is gonna either shoot it or pass it off. And The other night against the Nets, he tried to make this floater, and it was just it didn't look right at all. But it's
Yeah,
like,
that comfort zone is not past that 3 point line, man. Once they get
you
inside that 3 point line, they don't know what to do with it.
yeah, you need to have like different avenues, like different approaches. You got to have counter punches, all that stuff. Like I don't know why we didn't see more of. Damn, Frank wasn't even on this board here. I don't even think he was active tonight. Again, I'm
No,
guessing he's hurt or
him and
something.
Bertans are not active.
And then I mean, I'm just looking at this like I mean, I could have brought Dorsey out there because we were shooting horribly. I mean, Composite, what was he going to give us that Hardy didn't give us? Because Hardy didn't give us much. It's just rough. You got Luka having to play playoff style minutes, playoff style effort in your first 5 games. Like that's a little ridiculous. And yeah, like you said, no one's going to give us any passes anymore. They're all going to come after us because they know what we got. We got a superstar, generational talent in Luka, and you're gonna have to come to play every day, and it's gonna be a wake up call for them for sure. Like this, you lost to New Orleans without all their starters. You lost being up almost 30 points against the Suns and collapsed in the fourth quarter, and then you did the same thing today. Well, when you had control of the game, you somehow lost it, and that's just crazy, 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 crazy. Knowing that we had a Western Conference, finals berth last year, and we're playing this poorly to start out the year.
I mean, it's starting to feel like the darn experts were right about us, I guess. But I know it's still early, but
I mean, it
it
is
makes
still
me
early.
mad, man.
It is
Yeah,
still
it's
early,
still
and
early.
I know the difference between having a Brunson right now would be astronomical, to be honest with you, and that's
Yeah,
why I said like Cuban, go ahead and take the hit on the luxury tax. Look at Golden State; they were doing it. Like I get it, he would have cost a whole lot, but he's done made a massive impact over there in New York.
yes,
If
he
you
is.
if you would have kept him, you have Dinwiddie coming off the bench, and you would have better structure. You would have your third ball handler. Right now, we don't have a third. We got Wood, but we don't even use him.
Man,
How you go
the
from
two.
scoring 25 the first 2 games and then 11 the last two? Like that just don't make sense. Don't make sense. Like he should be having more opportunities to score. He should be at least having 15 shots a night,
Man,
like
you know it's funny you
Dodo.
said that. You know, just funny you said that. He had 15 shots in 2 games.
That's KP numbers, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
KPing him out there.
Um, what we gonna do about these blown leads, man?
Hey, that's
A
kid.
lot of that got to do with
That's defense
rotation.
right there. That's
Yeah, defense
defense.
and rotation, bro.
That's kid. I mean, if it, I don't know. I gotta get on 2K, figure out some kind of scientific, equation for this. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, McGee didn't play tonight either, and it's not like that's would have been a lot better anyway. But I don't think we're. I don't. I just don't think we're utilizing our team the correct way. We're overutilizing Luca. I think you have to start trying to develop one of the players between Green and. I would like to see Wright out there. Wright facilitates from what we saw early in the preseason. You kept these guys, right? Use them.
Hmm.
We got to see something. If we're going to be playing like this, we might as well see what we got. And instead of killing Luca, because kid said it himself, we got to start out kind of slow for Luca because he's been playing all summer. All right, why are we playing him 40 minutes? Keep him at 32, 33. Like, we got to figure something out. We can't have him playing playoff type minutes game 5 of the season. It's not going to
Right.
work. It ain't going to work. It's not going to last.
Now, now remember too, you picked up like you said, you picked up Christian Wood, so he wouldn't have to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So, man, they got a
I would
lot of
say
work to
just
do, man.
stop playing Luca the whole first quarter. I think that's what's happening. You playing him the whole first quarter. No one else gets rhythm other than himself.
Right.
And whenever Dinwiddie has to take on the first, the first stint in the second quarter, he starts to find his little rhythm. Right? Where does Wood come into play? I think you have to
That's a
give
good
Luca
point.
the first 7 minutes of the first quarter, and then have that Dinwiddie and Wood, duo going. So then when Luca comes back, Wood can stay out there with Luca, and then that's how I would look at it. I think you have to stop playing Luca the whole first full quarter moving forward.
we talked about that before because right now his rotation goes 12-6, 12-6.
Mhm.
Like, don't just have a lot of rotation, like you said earlier in the show. Like, let it be a vibe. Like, what am I feeling right now? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, let it go off a vibe. Like you said, don't have to play them the whole entire quarter. And then another thing too, like I said this on the last show too. Utilize the way you utilize Christian Wood. Play the 2-man game with Luca and Christian Wood. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why they won't do that. Like,
Why is
you got a
Bullock
big man
setting
now.
picks for me?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know why they want to utilize 2-man game. Now y'all forced it down our throats with KP. Now it's something you won't do that with this guy, who was a
And
whole
this
lot
guy
of more
can put
efficient
it
than
on the
what he ever
floor.
was.
Yes, he can put it on the floor.
Yes.
He can get around. He can Euro step you and get
Bro,
it
he's
there.
a 3-level scorer, bro. He's a 3-level
Yes.
scorer. And I'm just like, man, C
Yeah, I
Wood gonna be
don't.
gone, bro. C Wood gonna be gone. Look, either he gonna be gone this offseason or you need to go ahead and trade him.
Yeah, I
Go ahead and
mean,
trade him. What can you get for him? Go ahead and trade him.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Trade Bullock and Wood for LeBron. I'll take that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, something, man. Because if you're not gonna utilize him, he's just out there. Yeah, get something for him.
Right. Might as well
Please.
at this point. Because you got a decent team here if you know how to structure the lineup. Kleber
Right.
going 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 6 from the three. Why? Why does that? Why would we even get to that point? Right? He only gave us 2 points, but yet he had the same amount of minutes as Wood.
I
Why? Take
see,
7 minutes
listen.
away from Kleber. Give those 7 minutes to Wood, and give him half of your shots. Why he have 6 3-point attempts and Wood only had 2?
Listen,
Why?
and see, I said this on the last episode, last show, and I think me and Eddie said this that we got killed for it. So this is what I was saying.
Oh, I get
Now in
killed
the
for stuff
first
all the
three
time,
games,
so it's
like you
fine.
said, dude was hot. Dude was hot, and then you made some BS excuse not to put him in during crunch time, right? So Maxi Kleber gets hot in the last game. It's like, oh, they kept me in because he's hot. Then why
Mm,
didn't we use that same logic to the whole Christian Wood thing in the first 3 games?
right.
Now, so because Maxi Kleber was hot, you keep him in. But when Christian Wood was hot, who was single handedly keeping us in the Phoenix game, by the way, you take him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to make it make sense to me. And
Yep.
like you said today, dude was clanking short on a lot of those threes. You know what I'm saying? Barely hitting rim, all that stuff. You keep him in the game, but Christian Wood, you don't. Like, you can
Yep.
make excuses for not to put him in, but I don't hear those same things for Maxi. The same stuff you claim that Christian Wood is doing to take him out, Maxi is doing, but you're keeping him in.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't.
like Maxie was a -8, Wood was a -7, so it wasn't that much better. But if I just feel like you want to have your best players out there in crunch time,
That's what I
and
thought.
Wood is one of your best players. Luca is, Dinwiddie is, Dorian Finney-Smith is. Right now, I'm starting to think it's a toss-up between Hardaway, Green, and Bullock as far as that other person you want to have out there. But Bullock,
Right.
he's your better defender. I just it's a head scratcher, obviously, and we're going to be talking in circles about this. But at the end of the day, I think we needed to know that Isaiah Joe wasn't playing around, and that's another reason why we lost.
Yeah, I just.
That dude was unconscious, man. Uh, I mean, shout out who's the coach of the Thunder, right?
I don't even know.
Because we're
I
looking
don't even know.
we're looking at all
Matter
the
of fact, hold
negative
on.
things that we did, right? But
Uh huh.
look at Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe was plus 24 today in 9 minutes. In 9 minutes, the man was plus 24, 15 points. Dort plus 23, Gilgis Alexander plus 20, and A Wiggins. I don't know who I have. I'm gonna have to learn
Oh,
these
that was number
guys, but he's
22. That was number 22.
plus 18.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Joe was the difference. 9 minutes gave him 15 points. The coach knew something that we didn't know, and obviously that's something that kid didn't know either. Bro, they only made 5 3-point attempts tonight as a team. 4 of them were from Isaiah Joe.
Yep.
That's what we lost.
Yep.
That's what we lost. besides playing horribly, but that's where we lost. So we had the lead. We had the game under control with 2 minutes to go. What the hell happened?
I don't know. I'm getting tired of losing these leads like this, man. That's the part that's
Yeah,
frustrating me,
it
especially against
reminds
teams like
me.
this.
It reminds me of when I think it was like 2002, around there when it was Finley, um, Dirk, and Nash. I remember the
Mm-hmm.
question was like, "Who's gonna take the last shot in crunch time?" Because this is when they were starting to get good and they were playing games up into the crunch time, and it's like which one of these three players is going to be the leader at the time. And I think we all knew it was going to be Dirk eventually, but there was still like questions of like who's going to take these last shots right in the crunch time. The thing is, we will lose a lot of those games back then in the crunch time. And it reminds me of that. Like Luka's been missing a lot of those crunch time shots. And yes, it's gonna be him that takes them all the time, regardless. But right now, losing if you're gonna lose all these fourth quarter games, might as well get them out of the way early. I'd rather get all these games out of the way early. Hopefully, when December comes around, they'll be a lot better. But I don't know what it is. It's not like Luka's fat or anything. Luka's in shape, and we're not starting out that great.
And that's what we're trying to avoid, man. We're trying to avoid coming out the gate slow, like we did the previous years. You're trying to come out, kind of position yourself, put yourself in a better position here in the West. But it's like we having the same problems, man. 'Cause like I said, guys aren't hitting their shots like they normally do. The defense is not looking the same way it did last year. Just don't the rotations don't look set. We don't
At
know what
all.
to do with Christian Wood. Some of the other addition in JaVale McGee just isn't having that impact that we thought he could have. I talked about that before. It's just like I said, Kid got a lot of work to do, man. Um, the
Bruh.
way he's coaching Christian Wood, it feels like he was coaching players back in Milwaukee.
Mm,
That's what it kind of feels like to me. Like I said, you don't have talent like that just growing on trees every day, man.
at
You
all,
already
bro.
lost Jalen Brunson, and now you're gonna mess around and lose this guy because you want to mess around and play around with him and all that stuff, and not give him a chance and not put him in better situations and give him better opportunities like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would not be mad if Christian Wood left, man. I mean, I'd be mad, but I would not be mad at him if he decides to leave.
Right.
So
Like I'm looking at this. Like we play the Magic tomorrow. Uh,
yeah,
we should win. But you look at the team leaders stats for the Dallas Mavericks: points, Luca; rebounds, Luca; assists, Luca; steals, Luca. The only thing that he's not leaning is block, and McGee got that with one block per game. But then you look at the PER, right,
right.
where it goes off of the efficiency and whatnot. Efficiency rating, Luca's at almost 37, which is crazy. Christian Wood, almost 29. Those are your two best players. No one else is near 20 other than
Yeah,
McGee at 18, but he's only giving you like 12 minutes a game. And then you got Josh Green at 14, Spencer Dinwiddie at 15, Hardaway at 13. Who is it? Kleber at 13, Reggie Bullock at 7. So you're telling me efficiency wise, Josh Green is a better player than Bullock? Yeah,
I can see that.
we need
I
to
can see that.
revisit something here. We need to visit something because Reggie Bullock a 7, where Josh Green is a 14. Yeah, that I don't know, man. I don't know, but if it's me, I need to see what I got. And if I don't know what I got, if I'm just gonna keep playing veterans and not try to level out and balance minutes, then I don't know what I need to trade. So if I'm the organization, I need to see my other players. That way, I know what I need come trade deadline, so I could give Luca an opportunity to go with us, win some championships.
That's a good point. Which is why going back to the Josh Green thing, that's why I was saying I think Josh Green's to the point now he need to be up there in those 20 minutes now. Cut
He
down on
does.
some of cut down on some of Reggie some of his minutes and cut back on Dodo's minutes and get some of those to Josh Green. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
know
Like
he's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna make his little errors here and there where we're just like, damn, why is he in the game? But the your greatest what is it? Your greatest what is it? learner. I mean, the greatest way to learn from your stuff is from learning from mistakes. That's how he's gonna get better. He's gonna have to get out there and learn how to make mistakes and then learn from them. Reggie Bullock is not gonna make those extra efforts. He's gonna give you a safe pass. Josh Green might be able to collapse the defense and get you a better pass. That's the difference. But with doing that, it's gonna come with some mistakes. But you rather him figure that out early on if you got something in him because Bane is lining it up. And you know you could have had
Yeah.
Bane. And I don't want to put it on poor Green, but we gotta see if we got something. And if we got something, then we got some leverage. Because then come trade deadline, you just never know. You never know. But
That's a good point.
I'm gonna keep saying I want LeBron here since he's 0-5. So whatever whatever they want, Powell, Wood, Green, go ahead. Give me LeBron.
Man, it's gonna definitely be an interesting trade deadline, man, for sure. Um,
Yeah.
who you giving the game ball to tonight, man?
Oh man. Isaiah Joe. But if it's gotta be a Maverick, man, honestly, Dinwiddie, he was fighting tonight. He ended the game the right way, hella effort,
Right.
making really good tough shots. I mean, he was there through the thick of it, and he was a part of the spurt that gave us that lead. So the way he was leading the team when Luka was on the bench in the fourth quarter, that's if the game ended right there, I would have given it to Spencer Dinwiddie because he played very efficient today. What was he? What was his stats today? I think he was like
He
eight for
was 20,
13 or something.
22 into 8 for 13. Yeah, and then he shot 2 for 3. Oh, from the free throw line, and then 2 for 6 on three. I think he made more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, he was probably your most efficient player today. And plus he was plus two, a plus two. His two would have been enough to win us the game if we probably should have just kept him in there with
Kept that lineup in.
yeah, should just left that lineup in there. That's what I thought they were gonna do. I was like, all right, cool. I'll go watch this Logan Paul and Silva fight because they're gonna just leave that group out there. They're dominating. They were literally dominating. And
Yeah,
then we
they
brought
were.
Luca back in, and
Yep.
I know it's crazy to say, oh, we shouldn't bring Luca back in, but he was having a rough game. Like, let him have the night off. You know, you got a back to back tomorrow. Let him rest let him rest the rest of the way in that fourth quarter,
Great
and
point.
we did it. And it
Great
shows
point.
in his 3 points.
Yeah. 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 That's a great point, man. I'm with you. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Reggie, man. I'm sorry, not Reggie. Spencer Dinwiddie. I was gonna give it to Josh Green, but you just made a good point on Spencer Dinwiddie, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and give it to him too.
Yeah,
Um.
man.
So yeah, you got anything else you want to add, man, before we get to these questions and comments?
Oh, do not panic, guys. It's early. This is the only saving grace that I got. It is early.
I'm trying,
Well,
TGK. I'm trying, man. I
it's
really am. I
early.
really am,
I
man.
mean, I think my only concern is Christian Wood right now. It's like, how is he looking at this? Like, is he gonna become the issue that he's been in other areas? Right now, I don't blame him if he
Yeah.
did, but it's like I hope he sees through it. I hope Jason Kidd can kind of snap out of this stupid. You got to earn this thing, and they got to feed him come tomorrow against the Magic. Like, but that's my only thoughts. It's early. It's not overreact, but if you need overreaction, I can give it to you because I used to do this all the time.
Oh, go ahead, man. What you got?
No. It's just jokes. I ain't trying
Oh,
to
okay. I was about
overreact.
to
I
say.
know it's early in the season. It's just we got to see it through.
I'm trying not to, man, but it ain't looking too good right now. As far as like you said, I'm really hung up on the whole Christian Wood thing, man. That's the part that kind of gets me how they
Yeah,
treating him. I've never seen a second option or a second. I can't even say second option because they don't treat him like he's the second option. The second best player on the team. I've never even seen him be treated like this before, and this is
yeah. They
crazy to
just
me.
treat him like a role player,
Yeah, yeah.
like a
I
like a role player. Like 10 shots a game. The last 2 games.
The
And
last two
just
games, he had about 15 shots.
that's crazy. Let's get to these questions, man,
All right, man. Let's do this,
or
bro. All
comments.
right, guys. Y'all know how this works. If you have any questions, any comments addressing us, guys, hit us with the at WTM. So that way we know you're addressing us and not addressing one of the fellow Glow Yard members. Because if we don't, if we was to address every question on here, we'd be here all night long, guys. And I definitely got to get up early in the morning. And I'm already tired. This
Same. I
game
gotta hit the
drained me.
gym.
This game drained me, man. I'm just. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let me just answer this real quick. Oh, he just says, I gotta hear this conversation. Yeah, excuse me. It's just a long night, man. Like I said, this game just drained the heck out of me. The great, what's good, man? He says they gotta let Josh Green and Seawood off the leash. Yeah, like I said, they need to utilize Christian Wood a little bit more, and they need to give Josh Green at least 20 minutes a game, man. Not none of this 13, 14, 15 stuff. Give him a full 20 minutes. Cut back on Dodos, cut back on regiments, and give some to Josh Green. But
Yeah, I like that comment. I really like the your base that you got. Like they're just as knowledgeable as we are, bro. And they be having like they be commenting before we get started, and they be saying the things that we be getting to. So it's dope. It's dope to see that
yeah,
the fan base is
that's the
like
Glow
that.
Yard gang.
Hey,
Let's see. Corey was good, man. He says Josh Green needs to start first of all. We were up 15. I'm just so sick of kid. He's effing calls out Seawood. If I was Seawood, I would leave. What do you say? I don't even know what to say. Corey, listen. I saw Bibbs when he posted that, man. I was mad. I was like, so all right, I already touched on it, but yeah, I agree with you. If I was Seawood, I'd leave. And I'm a Mavs fan. Been a Mavs fan my whole life. I will leave. I mean, it's to the point like I'm not even coaching, and I want to apologize to Seawood how he's being treated, bro. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like, why pick me up if you're gonna treat me like this?
right.
And all off season they made it feel like this dude was their prize guy that they picked up, and then as soon as the season starts, you treat him like he's Frank Ntilikina or somebody. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I don't understand, man. I don't get it.
Agreed.
Brola says, as bad as the refs and some of the coaching was, this loss is on the players. No way this game should have went to overtime. Amen. You right, man. You
Hey,
right.
Luca had a good look to end the game. It's what you always want. You always want to have the last possession. I mean, they shouldn't have got to that point, but he did have a good look. Um, and I thought that was as good a look he was gonna get tonight.
Yeah.
Right at the top of the top, not top of the key, but at the free throw line, little step back right there.
He hits that so many times too.
Yeah, like I thought that was money.
Like I'd rather him take that than those step back threes.
Yes,
And
like
for the game winners.
the ones in Phoenix or New Orleans, like
Yes.
you had no shot making those.
Let's see. Corey also said Josh Green. He's here. All right, right there. I'm sure. Here we go. Big Fat, what's good, man? He said still think Dallas wins 60 games. At this pace, Dallas will be lucky to win 50 games. Yeah, King. I
But
gotta ask King that one. King said 60.
at this pace, we'll probably be at 40,
Yeah, at 40.
40 and 42
Losing games you should not be losing, man. Like I said, it's games
playing
like this
tournament.
to help you position yourself. It gets you in position so that way when you do face the top echelon teams, that if you lose to one of those teams, it won't hurt you as much because you start stacking the wins up against teams like this.
Right.
And like I said, you already lost to New Orleans without their best players, and then you turn around and lose to a team that's fighting to get Victor Wembanyama. You know what I mean? So it's very frustrating. It's like I said, it drained the hell out of me.
Are
I'm so
they
mad,
fighting for it,
man.
or are the Lakers fighting for it?
Well, the Lakers can't
I
get
would.
him.
They can't even get them right.
Yeah, they can't even get him.
That's horrible. That's
Yeah,
horrible. Imagine you play
yeah.
that bad that you could get them, but because you
But
wanted to
they,
salvage your entire franchise, you can't get them. That's
yep,
what they deserve. Lakers deserve that.
karma, huh?
Yeah.
Nick says, "What a disaster! It starts to officially put Kid in the hot seat. His stubbornness of not letting Luka and Seawood develop as the main bread and butter is costing us valuable game." Knicks, amen, amen. I said this on the last show, and I said this
Agreed.
tonight too. I don't get it. I know y'all heard King said it before. This can be kind of on the vein of like that Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire type of duo, where you put them guys in a 2-man game and it's unstoppable. You win and lose with that. That's your two best players. Like TGK just did their PER. It's like if we can see that at home, I don't understand why kid can't see that. Like why?
Right.
Now I know like Chris Arnold and some other people were saying like, oh, well maybe there's something going on, behind the scenes that we don't know about. Listen, man, I said this before too. Y'all probably don't remember this, but matter of fact, let me ask y'all: do y'all remember the reputation that KP had in New York before he left? Does anybody remember that reputation?
Mm-hmm.
He was a headache. He was a problem between him and his brother, being an issue for that organization, which is why they were really in a hurry to get rid of him. He was a
Yep.
headache, and he also did come from a winning situation. The same thing that y'all say about Christian Wood, KP did the same thing, but nobody doing the same thing to KP that they did to Christian Wood when he was here. Y'all force fed that guy. Even though all the
Mm-hmm.
analytics said otherwise, like, man, look, this guy is probably one of the worst post-up players in the league. They still fed him post. They kept trying to stop the flow of the game to get him involved.
Yep.
He averaged more touches than what C. Wood is doing right now, and C. Wood is a way more efficient player than he is.
Yep.
That's the part I don't understand. All these people, all these Mad fans saying like, oh, well, I mean, we gotta see it first. It's like, but we didn't have to see it first with KP. Like, I'm confused.
Yep.
You know,
I mean,
I
I don't know what we're waiting for. What
exactly.
are you waiting for? Like, what are we waiting for? Like, what is it that we need to see?
What do that's the question, TGK. What do you need to see? What else do you need to see?
All right. Like,
The
what
dude
is
is
like?
putting up stupid
What's
efficient
the
numbers. He's your best post-up player.
like? What's the bigger picture? Like, I don't know what is it. Like, point it to me so I know what it is. Like, all right, now we all seen it. Let's go.
Yeah, let me know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Because
these
I,
excuses that they use, but you're not using that for Maxi Kleber, but you're using it for
mm-hmm.
him.
Like I saw it in the Suns game. You could have won if you left him in there. You you brought Kleba.
Exactly.
Like here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna make me dislike Kleba because they're just
You
gonna.
sound like Andy. Andy said the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah, he
All
said the
right.
exact same thing.
They're gonna make me dislike him, and I really like Kleba. I like the whole call me call me celebration. Like it's dope. I fucks with it. Excuse my language. Oh my god. I mess
Yeah.
with it, right? But it's like you have Christian Wood for a reason. You sent away Luca's best friend. You sent away a third ball handler that we had, and Trey Burke, because he was our little third ball handler when Brunson was hurt, and he was serviceable, right, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It's just like you salvage that little situation, which is not much, right? But like utilize him. You're killing Luca right now. He's averaging 36 minutes per game in the regular season.
Yeah.
It should be
In
more
five
like
games.
32.
The
It
first
should,
5 games of the season.
and it should be more like 32, and Christian Wood should be at 30, averaging 30 minutes a game along with Luca. And I can only imagine what his PR would be even more if he spent most of those minutes with Luca.
Wait, if Luca's getting 32, why can't Christian Wood get 32?
I mean, it's kid. I'm just,
You know what I'm saying? Like those two should be in the game at all times together. Other than if
hmm
you're not gonna start them, other than that, they'll start that first little few minutes of the start of the game. When you put him in at like 7 minute mark or whatever it is they put him in, those two should be in together at all times. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
I don't understand what the issue is with that. I don't know why they won't just play your two best players, your two most efficient players together at the same time.
like I was all for the whole having him all come off the bench, 6 man of the year, right? I was cool with it if I knew they were gonna, do it the correct way. Like
Yeah,
have him be out there the majority of the time. But at this point, I'm like, man, start him, and hell, Luca at the 1, Christian Wood at the 4, Dodo at the 3, McGee at the 5, and honestly, I'd rather have Spencer come off the bench with Tim
yeah.
Hardaway and Reggie Bullock, and I'd rather
Start Josh
Green
Green.
start at the 2. At the 2,
Yeah,
I'd
I like
rather
that
that.
lineup.
I'd
That's
rather that, to be
defense.
honest.
That's energy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's scoring. That's your most balanced lineup right there.
Right. And it because all right, because when Christian Wood, I mean, when Spencer Dinwiddie and Luca are out there, Luca's the main ball handler. It's not going to change if you put Green in there. It's not. And
Exactly.
in certain aspects, Green is a better passer in certain aspects than
Yes.
Dinwiddie is. So you're not losing much. As a matter of fact, you would gain a lot more if Spencer Dinwiddie's coming off the bench because he's used to
Yes.
that, if anything. And Tim Hardaway
He,
is as well, and Reggie Bullock as well. And you could bring Maxi Kleber off the bench. That would be a way better lineup coming off the bench. Wow, I just solved the Mavs problems.
like I said, we all know that, but it's like kids too stubborn to. I guess looks like he's too
Yeah,
stubborn to even realize that. But
yeah.
Nick says Wood should start. Period. No negotiable. Says spam pick and roll. Amen. We've been saying that with him and Luca. Surround them with
Mm-hmm.
shooters. I don't know if J Kidd has something against C Wood, but the coaching is unacceptable. Yeah, that's what we just said, Knicks.
Yeah.
I
See,
don't I don't know what
they
it
be on
is.
it, bro. The
I
Glow
don't know
Gang
what
be
it
on it.
is. I really don't know what it is, man. I, After 5 games, you ought to kind of have somewhat of an idea of what's going on. You know what I mean? But it's yeah, backpack. I feel you. Frank already on the fire kid train. I'm not saying fire him, but he definitely needs to adjust, man. He definitely needs to adjust.
Yeah, we got to see an
Uh,
adjustment.
yeah,
Like
you
I
got to
know he's a
adjust, man.
players friendly coach. All right, we need to see a coach's coach. Like I need to see some adjustments.
Yeah,
I need to see
uh,
accountability.
that too. Frank says reps will be reps. I'm so mad at J Kidd. Horrendous rotation. I'm getting tired of J Kidd. Honestly, I can't be mad at you, Frank, for feeling that way because I'm guaranteeing you're not the only Mad fan to feel that way, man. I just I'm 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 trying. We're trying to give Kid the benefit of the doubt that because he was so great, not good, he was great at adjusting last year. I don't care what the situation was. He was great at adjusting. I'm hoping that he will use that same sensibilities this year for this team. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like just some things need to be tweaked, whether it be a player in a starting rotation or certain minute distributions. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be something that needs to be tweaked. You have a talented team here, man. It's just like it's the coaching. It's the
Yep.
coaching. Put these guys in better situations, and I'm hoping Kid can realize that, man, before it's too late. You really want him to catch on to that before it's too late. You want to dig yourself like, yeah, I know we dug ourselves out of a hole last year, but how often are teams doing that though? You don't
Yeah,
want to play with that again,
and
especially
this
this
year
year
you
with the
don't
teams
have the
being deeper. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
You don't have
So
that
yeah,
COVID excuse this year either. Like you got to get
yeah.
after it.
There you go. That's a great point too, bro. I didn't think about that. Brola says, what is the point of Seawood trade? He says, I'm not playing because he can't play. Because he can't play defense. He said we traded him for guys who didn't play at all. Trade him back if we're not going to use him correctly. Amen, Reggie. Which is what me and TGK were just saying. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't get it, man. Um, I, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. Frank also says no. This game loss was all on Kid. Luka played bad. He should have been benched. It's okay benching him if he's having an off night. I'm so mad, bro. You know what? Because if Christian Wood wasn't playing well, you can use that excuse of him not playing well and you benched him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that reason doesn't apply for everybody else. Just for Christian Wood though.
Right. You know,
You gotta stay consistent with it. I mean, why you treat this guy like this?
at the 3 minute mark with 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter, our win probability was
Hold on, let me
99
hold
point.
on. Let me get myself prepared for this, man. You probably about to make me mad. Go ahead.
Our win probability was
Mm-hmm.
99.4% with 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And if you, this is cool things on here. You know, I'm very big on analytics. At the on the fourth quarter at 10:39 to go. Right, that's when Spencer
Mm-hmm.
Dinwiddie, Christian Wood, Josh Green, uh, Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green again. They're making the impact, and that's when they built that separation. And
Right.
then after that 3 minute mark, it's just downhill, and it like horrendously, it just went in the complete opposite direction. I don't know, man. I do not know what the hell. And like we said earlier, I know I kind of went off on the whole idea that it was Luca being put back in. It's just
Mm-hmm.
you're not going off of the flow of the game. and you have to go off of the flow of the game. Oklahoma started 0-3, and they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. It's
Wow. Yeah, I
momentum.
think they beat the Clippers twice. I think.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
That's Portland is
Yeah.
5-1, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Next question. Next
Jazz,
question.
Jazz like 4-1 or whatever the crazy thing was.
Damn,
Steph says I was
Jazz.
watching Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. He said, "Did the Mavericks win?" No, they did not. Steph. No, they did not, man.
Oh.
The Gray says Josh Green is low key a good player. Carlisle stats don't even tell the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He said can't lie. Stats don't even tell. See, I got this thing blocking my stuff, bro. So I gotta guess what they saying on here. So I gotta read it off of here. He said low key a good player can't lie. Stats don't tell the whole story. Amen, man. Which is why we were just saying he needs at least 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes. His impact is actually you can feel his impact. Like you said, he's not going out there scoring 30 points or nothing. But you felt Josh Green out there.
Right.
You felt him out there the last game.
Right.
So if that's the case, then like if he's making an impact and you feel it, give him about 20 minutes a game. Why we babying him and giving him like 11, 12, 13 minutes? Like, bro, give him 20 minutes a game. Cut back on Dodos, cut back on Reggie. Those minutes you're giving him like damn near 40 minutes a game. You can sprinkle some of those minutes on Josh Green. He's making that much of an impact to where he's to that point now where he can get more minutes. You can cut those minutes down on them guys and give Josh Green some of those minutes and give Christian Wood some of those minutes. I don't understand why
1,000%
that's so
agree.
hard to understand.
I don't either. I don't either. Especially when you got Luca, when you got a 6'7" point guard. It
Yeah,
don't matter who you put out there. It doesn't. You just need to put bodies out there. But the
I
thing
thought.
is, put your highest effort guys. The thing is with Dodo and Bullock, you're gonna wear them out.
Thank you,
They're like
bro.
give Green those minutes,
TGK, man, you
bro.
gotta get on the
Like
show, man. You're making too much sense tonight, man. You're making way too much sense. After 5 games, I said this on the last episode, man. I said after 5 games, you're playing this guy's playoff minutes.
right.
You're playing the playoff minutes in 5 games.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you don't have anybody behind them to that can alleviate some of those minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing Christian Wood barely 20, 25 minutes a game or whatever. Then like Josh Green, like I said, playing like 13, 14 minutes a game. It's like, bro, you're gonna burn those guys out, cut some of their minutes back to keep them fresher. You can only play
Mm-hmm.
5 games. You still got 70 what was my math all bad. 77 more games to go, and you playing them 40 minutes already?
Yeah, that's
Come on,
wild.
bro. Like, what are we doing?
And especially if you're not taking some of these teams as serious as you should, you're gonna have to
Yes.
play all these minutes because you're playing around too much sometimes. Especially with the lineups. So the lineups are part of the problem, but also having these slow starts against these lesser opponents is another problem as well.
You
But
know
it does
what?
come. It all comes down to coaching.
That, bro, you making too many points tonight, bro.
My bad, man.
That's a great point because if you take care of business, because really, like you said, like the Phoenix game, you had to lead. Tonight, you had to lead.
Hmm.
If you take care of business, those guys don't have to play 40 minutes. Take care of
And
business, keep your foot on their throat like you did Memphis. You came out from tip to the end and you had them.
yep,
To where them guys have to play stupid amounts of minutes or whatever. So, nah, man, you on it tonight, bro. That's a great point, bro. That's a great point.
I try. I try.
Nick says Green and Hardy should take more of THJ's minutes. I don't care how well THJ played last game. He will stink it up the next game, guaranteed. Let the young guys develop and shine. I didn't have any issue with him tonight, Knicks. Um, but I can probably see where you're going with that. He's not like he's, blowing everybody away with his play this year. But I'm TSJ is not my problem. It's not my issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
If
his
anything,
minutes been
it's
kind of up and down too. It's just that our issue is the guys who need the more minutes not getting those minutes. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Like in
So
retrospect, Dwight Powell probably should have still have not played today. All those minutes should have gone to Wood. I'm just saying.
I mean,
All those extra minutes could have gone to Green as well.
yeah.
But what did Dwight Powell do for us today, other than catching a few lobs and getting hit in the face a couple
He
of
actually
times?
didn't play bad. He didn't play bad.
He didn't play
But it's
bad, but
not.
it's not like
But the thing is, like I told King before, like the White Pals is going to be measured in the playoffs. Regular season, he's done it before in the regular season. He looks real good in the regular season, but in the playoffs,
I
wasn't as
thought you were
good.
about to say Dwight Powell's gonna be a man for life.
Oh my god, bro. We already told folks, man. They signed him to an extension. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Ain't
Yeah,
gonna be no more of that Nico we trust. None of that, bro.
yeah.
Wendell said sometimes I think the Mavs are tanking for Victor, and that would be fine if New York didn't own our pick. That is a great point, Wendell.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. Frank says it's so annoying that people would say that we really miss JB. It's not that we miss JB. It's that kid is too hell bent on living and dying by the three. I don't even know. It's not really even that, Frank. It's the rotation. It's the rotation. You're taking
I know
people
what
out at the
what
wrong.
that's the thing with JB though. Like JB will bring some kind of when he was with us, he helped stabilize the offense whenever it
There you
was
go.
getting erratic. He'd settle it down. He'd calm it down for you to get some easy twos here and there. That was
Yep.
the major benefit to him, that whenever Luca wasn't on or Luca wasn't on the court, he was able to settle the offense down. Right now, we don't. Our offense doesn't look settled, even though it's like
Yeah.
number one in the league. It's not a settled offense. It's still kind of all over the place. But that tells you how good the players we got are. If we could just utilize them better and more efficiently, imagine what we could be. Like this is, I don't know.
Like
We'll eventually get
I,
there. I hope.
I felt like that. Dallas is highest their potential, their greatest potential could be that Memphis team. The team we beat Memphis, that could be us.
Yeah.
I feel
Or
like
the
that's the
first
team
three
that we
quarters against the
are.
Suns for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. You just like it feel like it's falling apart early, but like you said, it's still early.
It's
Vaughn said
early,
Spencer
man.
trying hard. Yeah, he did try hard, man. He definitely tried hard. Frank said Wood could easily get an and one, but they don't utilize him. He said not even Josh, who was very nice. I'm so sad that Wood will likely leave us now. Yeah, he's leaving. If this continues, I can say bye to Christian Wood. And another thing too, like if that happens, I don't want to ever hear anybody crying about Dallas can't get talent on the team. I
Yep.
don't want to ever want to hear that. I don't ever want to hear that conversation come up again because you had opportunity. You had a guy that was here in JB. You let him walk. You didn't
Hmm.
treat him right. You had a guy here in Christian Wood who looks like he's about to be out the door next. You know what I'm saying? Like Dallas, we always hear the people complaining about this talent, this talent, this talent. We need talent. You get the talent and you treat them like shit. Excuse
Yep.
my language, but yeah.
Language excused. Man,
Man,
Bertans
I'm
making
gonna ask you a
16
question, but
down,
man,
man.
hey, put WTM Vaughn on your next question or comment if you comment again. Uh, why would Wood want to earn it when he can just sign with other teams who would trust him? It's not like that. The Mavs is Golden State or any big market team that players will want to play on. I mean,
Yep.
I can't see no lies there.
No lies said.
No lies said. I have a point. So I said I'm to the point now. If he does, I wouldn't even be mad. I'm not gonna be mad at him. Go get your money, man. Go get your respect and your money. Cowboy says, so this just happens again after just won a game in overtime versus the Nets. I am just speechless right now and shake my head. Yeah, that's how I felt, Cowboy. Like I said, my brother-in-law hit me up after the game, and I was just, cause I was walking around the house like just like down. My wife was like everything okay? I was like, yeah, lad. She said, yeah, I guess the Mavs lost. Like, yeah, they just, I don't know, like I guess because we're really hardcore Mad fans. So when they win,
Hmm.
your levels are high. They lose, especially the way they lose. You know what I'm saying? Like your energy and everything just
Oh
dips.
man, like that Nets game though. That Nets game,
Yeah,
my
the
heart
next
was
game, man.
racing
We was in
so
here
bad,
after
man.
that game. We had a 2 hour
My
show on that game, man. After that game, so yeah. Let's get to this one here. Frank says so many first round picks we can get for Luca. He said at this rate, even Luca might want out. How bad of the coaching is? Yeah, I think the listen. I think they'll get rid of the coach before they let Luca walk, man. If that's the case, if Luca is about to leave because the coach is bad, trust me, they'll get rid of the coach. Just look
yeah.
at Rick Carlisle. And Rick
Yep.
Carlisle won us a championship, so they let him walk.
Hmm.
Wendell says Kid has a history with JaVale in LA. Wood is a stranger and is like Kid is playing mind games. Wood will leave if Kid doesn't stop that crap. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I agree, Wendell. Definitely
Yeah,
agree.
like we said, we what is it that we're looking for? Like I don't know what it is.
Frank says, hate to backstab guys, but I'm trading Reggie for Thibault straight up. Thibault can't shoot, but he does a lot more than Reggie will ever do. Jesus, it
Well, here's
really
the
him,
thing.
huh?
Like if we're gonna explore trading Reggie, I'm open to it. It's just you better lump in Bertans and something else, uh,
To get
'cause
him off our books.
just to get him off the books, if possible. And I don't know. I mean, I'm open to it. I mean,
I am too. I'm not going to turn down that
because
conversation.
I feel like you got Green right here. Green could take his
Yeah,
spot.
get Green more minutes.
Yep.
Frank said we can still bench Thibault and just start Green. I'm cool letting Thibault develop his shot. He's at least young. Yeah, he's like 23, I think, or 24.
And
So yeah, he is still young.
he nice with the YouTube too.
Yeah,
His bubble, the NBA bubble was pretty good. YouTube series.
yeah. Frank says offensively, this math team should be suddenly winning by 10 to 20 points. Kids heavily underutilizing everyone. I'm so mad. Yeah, I can tell,
Nah,
Frank. I can
he's
tell,
not.
man.
He's not underutilizing everyone. He's overutilizing his main players and underutilizing the players that can help.
Which is crazy because I thought that you went to go get these guys to kind of to alleviate
Give
that type
Wood
of
34
response.
minutes, and I'm guarantee you these games look a lot different.
Yeah, get look 34 minutes and give him about 15 touches a game.
15, 15 shots. Give him 15
Yeah,
shots.
he'll probably make like 10 out of
Man's
15.
man's almost has a 30 PER, bro. Like to my understanding, anyone that's at a 25 and up are like really good, right? He's
Yes,
almost
sir.
at a 30. Luka's almost at a 40. Like, come on, bro. You want to have your best players out there. Now, that's just law, right? You want to have your
Yeah,
best players out there, and why ain't we following that law? It don't make sense.
great, great question. Here's a man of the hour right here. TGK, we got any in here. He
Uh
said they
oh.
need to establish a real pecking order on offense. Ain't no way Christian Wood should be getting the fourth amount of shots. Any, you was on that last night and you own it again tonight, man. I don't know. I don't know
Hey,
why
you
you and
said that
TGK
better
on
than
it
I
tonight,
did.
man. I need to, y'all out here with these shots tonight, man. So, but yeah, nah, you right. You definitely right. Let me answer this one too. I know he didn't put WTM, but let me answer this. He says that they're not abusing mismatch Wood creates. Nope. He said they're dumping the ball on Luca, relying on him in all four quarters. Amen, Vaughn. And we said that before too. We're talking about a guy. Look, matter of fact, look at the post ups he did today.
Hmm.
Like he was taking like two or three dudes off the dribble and euro stepping and scoring on like multiple people in the paint. It's like, what I'm saying? Like why you not taking advantage of that? Like you rather Luca do step back threes than utilize Christian Wood for easier buckets.
Right.
That makes no sense to me. Look, TGK. I'm only making $2.15 an hour plus tips, man. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm not a coach. I don't coach an NBA team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making millions, and yet
Hmm.
I can sit here and see that, bro. And I'm just like, why y'all not utilizing that? Those
Let
games where they shot today, where they shot what 8 for 20 on threes or whatever it was, or whatever we
eight
shot
for
today.
40, eight
Oh,
for
sorry,
40 on threes.
I'm sorry, 8 for 40 on threes. Guess what you could have been doing? Dumping it down low and just kill him in the paint. They don't have a shot blocker down there in the paint. You utilize against that, bro. Like I don't understand that.
Right.
Jody says, kid looks stupid, plain and simple. He's not looking bright right now, man. I don't know what happened. I mean, you know what? I heard somebody say this. I heard one person kind of mention this, and I just brushed it brushed it away. Like, I'm not listening to that. They said this like months ago. They said so. Kid does not have a great track record with his second year stints at the teams he were at,
Mm.
and so when this person said that like months ago, like I said, I just kind of brushed it aside. Like, man, that's whatever. This is a different circumstance. I feel like he's learned from his mistakes in the past, and he's a better coach now.
Right.
And now I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm like, man, maybe that person had a point. Like I said, I don't wanna,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get us a little more time. It's only 5 games, but right now it's very frustrating in these 5 games, man. Especially when it's five.
Hmm.
Dallas should be at least like 4-1 right now, at least.
That's the thing. We should be
Yeah,
5-0.
or 5-0. Yeah.
It
Uh,
realistically,
yeah. Frank said this is how to respond. Reggie losing minutes. Reggie, what happened to my minutes? You old, you inconsistent, and not that talented. Jesus. Well, Frank on it tonight. Frank, where you that gun from, man? You out here shooting today. Jody says, I have a theory. The leadership, quote unquote, leadership council don't really like Woods. Otherwise, they go to Kid about his minutes and his role. I'm not even sure, man. I'm not even sure. But somebody definitely needs to speak up, man.
All right. Look,
Uh,
hold on. I found something. I'm trying to find like
what you got?
the league leaders in PER because
Mm-hmm.
I really value that stat. Like I actually
Right.
really do. And so I'm trying to see the leaders, right? And let me see because it's hard to try to find this stuff.
I think at one point,
Because right
Reggie
now,
Wood and like Luca like top five, both of them like top five or something like that in
like
PER.
yeah, there's I'm looking at something right now. I don't know how up to date that is, but it shows this season. Giannis is at 37.93.
Oh yeah,
Luca
yeah.
at 36, Ja at 35, and Christian Wood at 34.
That's the one I saw earlier.
PER,
Yeah,
we're talking about efficiency.
yeah.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. Me, that's eight more.
Nah, like I said, I saw that earlier. You're right. Frank said, "I'm so mad how they tied. Oh, I was so mad how they tied. I didn't even bother watching overtime. Jesus. Said
Damn.
Mavs more specifically, Kid deserved this loss. Just nah. Stop watching and stop watching and want to play the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be on that tonight. That's how I'm gonna get
King
my anger off.
King will probably be on that thing too. Wendell says if the losing continues, it will piss Luca, which then will piss off Cuban, and Kid will have some explaining to do. You're probably right, man.
Yeah, the last
Somebody need to
person you
explain
want to
this.
piss off is Luca.
Yeah, he definitely wants to piss him off. Coy says Josh brings energy we need in the start of games. I'm sorry. No. We agree, Coy. We agree,
Yep.
which is why we said before he needs more minutes.
I'm
It's
glad
just
I
plain
ain't
and simple. Give
alone.
him, yeah.
Cause I know saying
Absolutely.
this like last year would have been blasphemous.
Yeah, this year is completely different. He's very
Mm-hmm.
effective. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Smito says good morning. Oh yeah, I forgot it's morning over there for you, Smito. Good morning, man. Let's see. Oh wait, what do you say right here? Michael says Cleveland misses one and he starts to hesitate. I hate that BS. Yeah, because it looks like he starts to push his shot toward the basket. Is what it looks like.
Yeah,
So yeah, you're right, man.
bench him automatically.
I mean, they bench Wood. So
They ain't got no problem
uh,
benching Wood, huh?
exactly. Vaughn said let Spencer run second unit and let Wood start. Maybe start with Maxie instead of McGee. I do that. I do that, Vaughn.
I'll do that. Imagine
I definitely
McGee,
do that.
Dinwiddie, uh, Reggie, and Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off your bench. That just sounds a lot better.
Yeah, a whole
Sounds a
lot better.
lot better.
Smito says the problem is Luca's playstyle in late situations. It's way too easy to defend and too predictable. And on the off night, our entire offense goes to ish with him out. Yeah, amen, Smito. Amen. Million
I
percent
mean,
agree.
it's like yes and no. It's like at the end of the game, whenever you know, you knew whenever Kobe was on the team, you knew where that ball was going. Or whenever
Yeah,
MJ, you knew where that ball was going. LeBron, you know where that ball was going. I think Golden State's like the only team where you can say you really don't know where that ball's going. And we don't have that luxury, first off. And second, we have a generational talent. So we're not going to give the ball to anybody else. So when
and
it comes to crunch time, yeah, we're going to ride and die with Luca.
But
It is
the
what it
thing
is.
though, TGK, I think what he's pretty much saying is like it's not the fact that don't get him the ball at crunch time, give it to somebody else. It's just that those other
It gets
guys are
predictable.
so one dimensional on offense. It's like we already know what's gonna happen. Like
Hmm.
I could play off of you and get Luca, but if you had like you said, Golden State is a prime example. You have a lot of guys that can go out there and get it on their own without having to look for Steph to build him out. You know what I'm
You know
saying? They have enough guys.
how much better Luca would be in the crunch if you do a high pick and roll with Christian Wood.
I, I've said this a million times. You yep.
Just set a pick out there near half court. Have Luca running downhill. Instead of it being so predictable, you can't stop that. And because you're going to try to stop him coming downhill, it opens everything else up
And
with
like
a
you said,
high pick and roll.
you talked about the PER. Like
Yep.
you talk about two
You have your
efficient guys in the
you
pick
have
and
your
roll.
two
Like
most efficient
both of them
players
can't
out
be
there.
stopped. It's like
Mm-mm.
I agree, bro. AT was good, man. He says the resemblance with the team in the early 2000 Cavs and Timberwolves are frightening. Basketball players can't dribble a ball. How do we get out of this? So how do we get out of this hole when it comes to building talent? That's a great question, man.
I mean,
Uh,
we had the same issues with Brunson whenever he was playing with Luca. He wasn't as aggressive when Luca was on the court. When Luca comes off the court, Brunson had his and one mixtape to showcase, right? So it's a Luca effect, right? It's just finding who best works with Luca and having a big like Wood who's not gonna need to cross people over works. Having someone like Green who doesn't need to cross over but could create, other passing plays works. DFS works. You know which players work, and yeah, it looks like we don't have other dribblers because of that, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? It got us to the Western Conference Finals.
the thing
It's
too,
just
At. I'm gonna say, go ahead, my bad.
no. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, you really want to know the hard truth?
What is it?
If you trying to get more talent and all that stuff, there's two things. They after they started taking the draft very serious. I've been talking about that for years. They need to take the draft a whole lot more serious, and you're gonna have to give up players that you grown attached to.
You got to.
You
You
got
got to
to.
see what you can
If that's what
get.
you want to
If
do,
you,
you want to accumulate more talent. You're gonna have to do that. Like we love both love Boban. Guess what they did? They traded him and got Christian Wood,
man,
who's a more
if I
talented
could
player.
get a late first for Dwight Powell, or even an early second, all day,
Yeah, I'll
all
take
day.
that right now. Not
Yeah.
right now, but right now. Let's see.
Even though we wouldn't get no late first for Dwight Powell, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, no, I know,
you
I know
probably
what you
could
meant
have
though.
2, 3 years ago.
That'd be nice. That'd be
Yep.
nice. At says it's crazy how this one loss messes up my whole weekend. He said, "Nah, I can't imagine how it's going to be if we lose again against Orlando." Man, listen.
We're not losing against
Like I
Orlando.
said,
We
I'm not
don't
gonna
lose
lie to you.
back to
I
back
didn't even want to
games.
do this video today. I was just so mad, man. I was just like, oh, crap. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't want to talk
because
about
when
this
you
because.
it what is it inside info, right? You invited me to
Mm-hmm.
the show when we were up, right? You were like, oh, King might not be able to make it,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, all right, cool. And then they start making a comeback, and then we end up losing. And I'm like, damn, we still gonna do this. But I had to bring the vibes, man, because I know how these losses could be tough, and so it's just like we
Oh,
gotta put
yeah.
on a good
The
show.
shows aren't fun when we lose, man.
I know.
You could see it in the comments. Like everybody vibe and mood right now is down, man. Like I said, I talked to my brother-in-law earlier, man. I mean, I was just like,
Yeah, I was gonna shoot a post game reaction video and kick off my YouTube return, but I
yeah.
was like, nah, I'll jump on this instead.
Corey says Reggie and Doe are 5 games in. They already tired. Yeah, well, when you're playing 215 minutes a game, bro, yeah, you're gonna be tired, man.
And so they threes
Oh
ain't
man,
falling like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they might be right. The threes ain't falling. Johnny B, what's good, man? He said the Mavs have choked away 3 out of 6 games and let nobody have their career nights against them. Let nobody's had their career nights against them. We had this game won. Soon as Luca returned, we smoked a 16-point lead. Yeah, he said this team is pathetic. I'm just gonna chalk
And
it up to us early, man, and hopefully Kid to
yep,
make some adjustments, Johnny. That's all I can
it,
say, man.
it felt very pathetic today for sure.
Yeah, it did, man. I get mad we lose these kind of games, bro. It's just like how. Oh my god, I don't want to keep harping on it, but yeah, trust me, y'all. We feel everybody's pain out here. We definitely feel everybody's pain. The weekend says, when are the Mavs going to get serious and get a second star? Like Wood is probably your best bet, and you're using him wrong.
Yeah, you got
Weekend, when
a
you figure that
potential
out, let
second
us know,
star
cause
here.
yeah, when you figure that out, let us know, cause that's the question we all asking right now, man.
Hmm.
I just, nah, I don't know, man. Smino says, why is TGK hating on Powell? He clearly wasn't the problem. Not even close. If anything, he should have played more like Green. If they hustling and the team beats the opponents, let them play. Nah, I mean,
I'll admit to that. I was hating a little bit.
I mean, let's not act like Powell is like the hidden gem out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, there's reasons
Powell
why
wasn't a
Smart
part
people are
of
hating on
the.
Powell. Yeah, he played good
Hmm.
today. Like I said before, he's played good plenty of times during the regular season. A lot of people are hating on him because of what he does not bring in the playoffs. So that's why he was saying like, hey, if we can get a second round for him, cool. Because other than today, he really wasn't playing this year.
I
Because
mean,
you had
he's had 5 games off, 4 games off. He ain't played,
exactly.
so he's fresh as hell. Of course, he was gonna play good today.
Let's see. RC was
Give me
good,
two
man. He said,
weeks.
I thought we got rid of Carlisle. Everybody talking about call the kid Carlisle. The rotation are very Carlisle. Like, oh my God, man.
So I said that earlier. I was like, I thought we got rid of Rick Carlisle.
Oh,
And
man.
so
Yeah,
it feels the
it's bad,
same.
y'all. It is. It's pretty bad.
But
Let's
it
see.
feels worse because it's so obvious that Christian Wood
Yeah.
needs to be playing more. Like
Yeah.
with Rick Carlisle, it was more like dumb substitutions or more of a personality trait that he had. With Kid, it's just like it's right in front of you, bro. Like, do you want the Lamborghini or do you want the Toyota? Like, you got a Lambo right here. This Toyota's been here, Kleba. He's been here. He good. We got a Lamborghini right here, my guy. Like,
And listen,
go drive the thing.
not to give Carlisle any excuses because I had my issues with him. Kid has more talent than what Carlisle had.
Yep.
Let's just be real. So you're right. I don't understand what the issue is. You got way more talent than what Carlisle had.
Mm-hmm.
AT says, at what point will Kid take responsibility? Did you guys see his quote about yeah? Well, y'all on it tonight. I'm getting mad even thinking about it right now. At you right?
What was his
I said
quote?
that
What
at the
did he
beginning of
say?
the video. I said he made that. You said what did you get?
Well, what did Jason Kidd say? What was the quote?
Hold on. That's what I told you about earlier when he blamed it pretty much on. Hold on. Let me find this, bro. Let me go ahead and find a quote here.
You know how he was like, what are our words for the season? Yeah, one of them need to be accountability.
Uh,
We
because
lacking that right now.
Bibbs posted it. Let me see if I can find it here. Where do you come on, Bibbs? Sorry, y'all. I know this ain't professional of us. I gotta find it. Oh, here we go. Kid says on the evaluating mass closing lineup, he says being no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where is it at,
Like,
man?
I know he spoke to it after Phoenix, but he need to speak to
Crap.
some. But
I hate when I'm
today,
trying to look for it and I can't find it. Any other time, it be in my face like 3 or 4 times.
find some other time. Thunder. How about okay?
Dang it, I can't find it. I know Bibbs. I saw it on Bibbs. He posted it, but yeah, crap. Sorry, y'all. So, but At yeah, I saw what
Oh
he said.
wow, Jason Kidd calls that Christian Wood after Mavericks' ugly loss to Thunder. Let me see what he said. You guys didn't ask me the question I was waiting for, but I guess you got the answer. Kid directing his frustrations at reporters. The media had been questioning Kid about his decision to leave Wood out of the team's closing lineup. Wood has been coming off the bench, blah, blah, blah. However, the defensive abilities are outmatched by Kleber. Kid, it didn't go well, but his agenda didn't go well. Oh, he said leaving Wood out on the floor in the closing moments didn't go well on offense or defense for Dallas. Damn, he directed some blame at Wood. Being able to guard the ball, and then we can't just rely on Luka. Kid explained. Someone's got to step up and make a shot. We didn't go with Timmy tonight. We left Seawood out there with that group, and it didn't go well on that end either. I don't know about that. I don't
Bro,
know
but
about
they had to lead with him in there before they put Luca back in the
that.
fourth quarter. What are you talking
E-
about?
exactly. But
See what I'm saying? Like, this is why people in the
he,
comment section are killing Kid right now. This is why.
mm-hmm.
What the hell are you talking about? They helped them get the lead, the double digit lead that they had before they put Luca back in, and we lost the lead going into overtime. Yeah,
Yeah,
Christian
that's
Wood gone.
crazy.
Christian Wood gone, bro.
Yeah, to say that that's pretty tough.
Yeah, they do, Any. I don't even think it's that anymore, Any. They think it's something. I think it's something completely different. Like Kid just, yeah, Christian Wood gone. I'm telling you that right now. I'm willing to put money on it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Smilo
pretty
says,
crazy.
Wood had 5 fouls like last game. Why are you missing that? If he's out there, he will have to let everybody walk by or get his 6th foul.
Really good
Let me
point.
ask you.
Really good point. Really good point.
Well, no, it is a good point. But let me ask you a question, Smito. Did he get his 5th foul in the first quarter?
That's
Did he get
another
his
good
fifth
point.
foul in the second quarter? That still doesn't account for the fact that you only had 10 shots.
Yep.
Like you're not utilizing this guy. Even when he wasn't in foul trouble, you're still not going through to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to hear the foul stuff because like you sound just like Jason Kidd right now when you're making excuses for him not playing this guy or not utilizing him correctly. Like that makes no sense to me. Like I said, yeah, Christian Wood gone, bro. I'm calling it now. Christian Wood gone.
I mean,
They better go ahead. They better go ahead and trade him right now and get something for him, bro. Or he walking out the door without anything in return.
yeah, because it said Jason Kidd mentioned a few times unprompted that Mavs changed their closing lineup to keep Christian Wood in tonight, and then Mavs blew the 16-point lead in the last 4 minutes. I, I don't I don't recall the game going like that. Like, yeah, Christian Wood wasn't great defensively, but I don't look at it as if him being out there was a bad thing. I mean, there was opportunities they could have gave him the ball a couple of times, and he just didn't get it at the
Yeah,
end. So, uh, I think you have to keep putting him out there at the end to see what you got because going back to the well with Kleba, he was 0 for 8 or 0 for 6 from 3. Like, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
give
I'm
me
saying.
Wood, bro.
Cleveland was out there getting cooked in the Phoenix game, and they kept him out there.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm confused on these excuses that people are making for Christian Wood.
Yeah, I
When
don't know what it
Cleveland
is with
having
kid.
bad games and not shooting well, you keep him in there.
Yep.
But if Christian Wood have a lapse on defense and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we gotta take him out. He's costing us a game. It's like seriously,
Yeah.
like see, it's not making sense to me, bro. Like I said, Christian
Mm-mm.
Wood gone, bro. You better trade him right now and get something for him. I wouldn't want to stay here for that.
It's too soon. It's too soon. Relax. It's too
Johnny
soon.
B says Wood deserves a better team than this because this is pathetic. Amen, Johnny. Says how they freeze him out on the offense and he scores effort.
Yeah.
They're going to be a
Today
team
was.
that's going to offer him a big contract and to start. I believe that too, Johnny. That's why I said like go ahead and trade him now if you're not going to use him. You're wasting his time. You're
Yep.
wasting our time. You're wasting his time. Just go ahead and trade him.
Go get LeBron for him.
Yeah, I would. Smito says PER is a flawed stat. If oh my God, Smito. Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
ready.
it could be a flawed
PER is
stat.
a flawed stat. If I am mistaken, Powell was top 5 2 seasons a while back.
I mean, but
So
we there's an eye test to everything too, right? So
yeah,
PERs could be flawed as well. Your percentages could be flawed. Like Lucas' 3-point percentage could be a lot better if he wasn't taking step backs all the time. So there's always aspects to things. So with that, definitely the eye test comes into play with Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell is not going to be as efficient as he is if Luka's not out there helping him. If he's out there with Spencer
I was just
Dinwiddie,
about to
I
say that.
doubt he's going to get those easy looks that he gets with Luka. So yeah, it might be flawed, but you know for a fact Christian Wood is not only getting his points on his own, and he's also making things happen when he is out there. So You got to rely on the
And
eye
not only
test and then
that,
also see it too.
TGK, like
What's up?
to echo off what you just said. On top of that, C Wood is his PR and his efficiency. He's doing that on all three levels. Like you said,
Hmm.
he's not doing pick and roll lob dunks. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like you said, those pick and roll lob dumps, yeah, that does make Dwight Powell's PR look good. But the eye test, like you just said, you see his PR being high, but he's also backing it up with his play on the court.
And
He's
he's
able
also
to go
not
get his
playing with
own bucket and
Luca
he's able to
the
score
majority of
on
the
every
time.
level.
He's
Exactly.
he's not playing with Luca the whole time. He's out there having to rely on
I mean
himself.
that's a little bit of common sense there too, man.
Well, imagine what his PR would be if he was out there with Luca. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there.
More than just 10 minutes or whatever the junk is. TGK and Kobe lost his team more games than he won. LeBron, MJ won more. Then they lost in those situations. Luka is more of a Kobe. His shooting numbers in clutch situations are just bad.
And
Uh,
again, all that could be true as well because there is times that Kobe lost games, but towards the time when he started winning championships, all those losses came back to be a positive in those situations. So again, with Luca, I mean, who do you want to take the last shot in the NBA right now? Name people, right? Luca. Steph wasn't known as like buzzer beater player until probably last
yeah,
year.
hey, and Rob Parker will remind you of that every show on the Odd Couple. So
um,
yeah,
who else in the league currently? Jason Tatum ain't there yet. Um, even though
Giannis.
he will get the last shot, but he's just not
Yep.
there yet. Um, I can't think of anybody else right now. I mean, LeBron is still in the league, but LeBron ain't, what LeBron used to be. But yeah, yeah, think of it. Like when it comes to the last shot, who's the number one person you want other than Dame Lillard? But I mean, hell,
And on
I
top of
wouldn't
that
mind
too,
Dame.
it's not like Luka was killing it last year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's shooting poorly right now. To be
He is right now.
completely
Yeah,
honest, he's shooting poorly, and he still has almost a 40 PER, averaging 40 point triple doubles, and he's shooting poorly.
got a Thunder fan, TGK. He said a
Uh
Thunder
oh.
fan here. He said I feel like Mad fans can't look too deep into this game. He said playing the Thunder is like going back in the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball. He says everyone gets better after every game. Yeah, man. Congratulations on the win, man. That's all I can say. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta relax. We can't dig too deep into this, even though it's a horrible, embarrassing loss for sure.
Brola says they making all those new Seawood jerseys just to put them on the credit rack.
They're gonna be on that $5 rack.
Oh man, he said I guess we better start buying Capazzo jerseys. Yo, what King at, man? King would have died on that one, bro. Cause King was talking about getting the Christian Wood jersey. I'm about to tell him like, bro, don't get no Christian Wood jersey. You're not gonna stay long, bro.
Yeah, we need to put a pause on that for
Oh,
now.
thank you, Corey. That's what it was. Colin Kaepernick. I was trying to remember who posted it. 'Cause I know uh what's his name? I know no, that's on the Bills. Hold on, give me 1 second, bro. I know this ain't professional. I know. Give me a second. Corey, can you do me a favor if you still in here? No, let me just look it up. Let's see. Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, she said this. Crap. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is
Callie?
it?
You said Callie Kaplan?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, bro.
Let's see. So she put Jason Kidd on how he evaluates Mavs closing lineups. Is that the one?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
All
read
right.
that out loud.
Being able to guard the ball, and then we can't just rely on Luca. Someone's got to step up and make a shot. We didn't go with Timmy tonight. We left Seawood out there with that group, and it didn't go well on either end. Yeesh.
Yeah, that was it.
This is what
Appreciate it,
Spencer
Corey. I was trying to
Dinwiddie
remember. I
said.
was trying to remember who actually posted it. I know Bibbs had retweeted it. So yeah, that was it. Johnny B said, "Bro, Maxi had 2 more points than me. I played 28 less minutes. At some point, we got to hold Luca accountable." He said, "Yeah, he's our guy, but a lot of times he's the reason we lose." I won't say a lot, but yeah, you definitely got to hold. I mean, everybody needs to get held accountable if they messing up out there. You know how we do it, Johnny. Nobody's safe. If Luca mess up, you got to call him out. That's how we do it. Let me see. Um, he says a lot of blame going to Kid, but Dort put the clamps on Luca, and he never found his rhythm or made a clean three. Yeah, Dort did do pretty good, man.
I mean, Dort is one of the best defensive players in the league, but Luka still had a 30-point triple double with poor shooting. So it's just he fixes that shooting. I mean, he had a good look at the end. It's not like he's taking horrible looks.
Yeah,
He
like I
just
said,
isn't.
I'd rather him take that than that
Yeah,
threes he was taking. Smino says Kleber was a negative 8 and 28, 2 points. Wood was a negative 7, 29, 11 points. Plow plus 7 and 18, 13 points. I know who I would have played more in this game, not overall, just this game. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, wait. Oh, he so didn't play. Hold on. Okay, dang, Plow played 18 minutes. Damn, Kleber played 20. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
he was
I
out
agree,
there, out
Smino.
there.
I definitely agree, man. And that's what me and TGK were talking about. It's all about the flow, man. Like kid, which I don't know, man. I don't know. You watching the game, you should know how the flow of the game. Like if you see Maxie ain't on that night, then just take him out and like you said, put Powell in and let him and Wood play together or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Powell 5 for 7 for 13.
Uh,
But again, it's not like he went and got created those shots. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. At says Dodo, Bullock, and Kleber, and two furs for OG Ananobi and Gary Trent. At this point, I'm asking for anything, man. Listen, I would take that AT, but I don't think Toronto would take that.
Mm-mm.
That's two of they nice wings they have, man. I would definitely take that, but I don't think they would. Spider says Wood playing more with Luca would mean less touches. No one next to Luca will ever get a huge offensive load, and that's the problem. He says so. Wood playing without him is how he probably gets his touches. That's the problem. Yeah, that is the problem, Smito. And that's all on the coach too. Like the coach needs to let Luca know, look, we're putting y'all in a 2-man game. You need to utilize Christian Wood out there. Now the whole entire time, this whole offseason, like I said, they sold us on Christian Wood was going to help take pressure off of Luca because of his efficiency and the way he can go out there and get buckets.
But
And
that's
you,
what I think. It would help if he starts. Like if we're not playing Luca the whole first quarter, just play him 6 minutes, and then those last 6 minutes, everything will go through Wood. So then whenever I say Wood needs to play the whole first quarter. So then he rests in the beginning of the second quarter. Luca comes back in the beginning of the second quarter. Then there you go. You have some kind of a flow where you're always either going to have Luca and Wood, then Luca, then Wood, or then both. You're not going to ever have a moment where one of them is not out there and they're not the main option. You get what I'm saying? I just
yeah.
I just think you got to find a better flow.
Tsunami says Powell should have played more than 18 minutes. That's what I just said. He said he's athletic and great at cutting. And that's we did what we need to. We need more cutters, man. He said he was cooking us. Yeah, like TGK just said, man. He scored 13 points. He shot 5 for 7 from the field today. So yeah. And it's the last one here. Coy said Powell actually played decent. Yeah, yeah. And that's all about the flow part we were talking about. Like understand what's going on out there in the court, and you keep those guys in accordingly. You give you divvy out the minutes accordingly. Don't just be like, oh well, we normally put you in for 28 minutes, we normally put you in for 30 minutes or whatever. You just keep it right at that. Like if this guy's on that game, he's going to play a little bit more minutes than the guy that's not on, and
Yeah, I
just
mean, for
common
for all
sense,
the
man.
for all the hate I put on Powell, he did play a lot better than Kleber today.
Yeah, he did. He played a whole lot better.
Yeah, he got hit in the face a couple of times, got us a few fouls.
Oh my, that's another thing too. The referees were trash today, man.
They were, and
Oh
man, that's what
my
I'm saying.
god, they were so
They
trash.
they messed up the flow of the game. Like
That
I was
too.
annoyed of the game already because of how many stoppages there were. It was like I forget how many fouls were called. I think it was like over 60 fouls were called today. It was ridiculous.
Hey man.
And that might just be a crazy number I threw out there, but
Oh dang, Smiley, you already out, man. Oh, it is early over there. Since I'm out, have a great have a get some coffee. Say thanks for the pod. A lot of fun, like always. Appreciate it, Smito, man. We definitely appreciate you, man.
thank
You
you.
know, uh, Uzi says this is why I was so frustrated after the last game against the Nets. He said I tried not to react to the result rather than the thought process. That's what's worrying me right now. Yeah, that it's really hard to understand what's going on. It's confusing. Like if we all can see it and a kid don't see it or whatever the case is, that makes it very frustrating. You're right, man. You're very right.
Yeah.
Frank said he losing faith in all the local teams.
Dang.
And it's probably the last one here. Tsunami says, I was just about to tune out the game until Isaiah Joe brought us back with Shea. He said, yeah. He said, keep in mind, those were the first minutes for Joe in a Thunder jersey. Dang. Y'all are
Wow.
fine. Thunder just played hard. Yeah, yeah. I think I did
Wow.
hear them say. I think I did hear somebody say that during the broadcast. That was his first
Dang.
game. But yeah,
Wow. He played his ass off. He needs more minutes
great
for the
show,
Thunder.
y'all. Even though we had a loss tonight, man, it was a great show. Definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us as usual, guys. Listen, if you're brand new to the channel, guys, y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. We'll be back here again tomorrow. King will probably be back tomorrow. He had something he had to do tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow night, man. Hopefully it's a win to play Orlando. We should. We'll probably do the post game at about 9 o'clock tomorrow, guys. They got an early. Was it like 6:30 tomorrow? Is that the game?
Yeah, I think they got an early game tomorrow. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
it's here, so it should be.
Yeah. Matter of fact, and make sure before I get it, I'm off with everybody. Yeah, 6:30 tomorrow. So yeah, we'll probably have a post game, guys, at about 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. So like I said, if you guys are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy yourself today, guys, do us a huge favor, guys, and go ahead and hit that like button to help us build up the algorithm, man, for more Mad fans to reach this Glow Yard gang and join our crew here. Um, Also, guys, our socials. I'm gonna fix that, guys. We're pretty much we talk Mavs literally on every social media platform, whether it be like I said, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. A lot of y'all follow us on Twitter and conversate with us on there. We definitely appreciate that. But yeah, we're literally on Facebook too. I forgot we're on Facebook now too. King has hooked all that up, so y'all can follow us on all the social media platforms under We Talk Mavs, guys. Um, King's not here for me to answer anything I'm missing. But I'm gonna say share, 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 as King would say, guys. Share the content with other Mad fans, guys, so we can grow this thing. Um, with all that being said, guys, it is your boy Rail. I got my boy TGK on with me today. We'll be back here tomorrow evening, guys. Same map time, same map channel, and we out.
Peace.